Almost forgot. Thank you. Ooh, I got the preserved shrimp rice bowls today. No sauce. Okay. Thank you. I got the fried cooler, the Chinese donuts. Yeah, I think hot milk tea. I got the porridge already ready, so everything's coming out really quick. Hang on, guys. Let me organize. Switch up it's really notice like the rice porridge is still really hot. Okay, let me get the pepper. So today I got the it's like the spare ribs. It's like ribs, and there's like preserved vegetables, like a preserved vegetable in it. So let me do the real quick. Let me do some. Give me the beans.
不要吓我！哎，我
Hey George, how you doing? Welcome. Let's go.
安排很错，我觉得一个 regular 很错不错，就是只有霸王安排。可是所以这个时候我觉得说，应该是说，这个男的是跟应该是说。公章手续我还需要你来吗？然后进一步导入好的外语。那些都是 shopping area， 比较私人的，不是就是要围着北边那边。
Okay, let me show you my food. Yeah, I'm at the delicious food corner. I mean, today. Really funny because I was there yesterday. I mean, the other one. This is the OG one. Okay, I got the spare ribs. This is spare ribs and like a preserved kind of vegetable. It's a taste. I mean, I like. Here's my hot milk tea. I got the dried shrimp rice rolls today. No sauce. I told them no sauce this time. And then I got the Chinese coolers, the Chinese donuts. Making scallop potatoes, nice. Going into the oven, huh? Fried eggs, nice. Beans. Yeah, I got the Costco one. I got the Costco scallop potatoes. It's a dish this big. It took me like 3 or 4 days to eat all those scallop potatoes just by myself. So it's a plastic tray. Whatever, or they have like you just you lift up there and you put it in the microwave. So I had it, and then so kept it in the fridge for a while. But yeah, I just used what's it called? First Kitchen or First Home brand from Costco. That's good enough. Don't need that much seasoning in this one. It's already kind of seasoned already. It's not pure. This one has like, I guess the vegetable kind of like stains the rice. So it's not like white that much because it's like a greenish. It's a greenish tinge. Right, man. Okay, there you go. Okay, you can get the rice rolls.
那我们怎么判断？就是说，难道所有的货
And its rice rolls are really fresh. It's got the like condensed milk with the hot milk tea. It's good enough sugar. Hope everyone's doing okay. Yeah, the scalloped potatoes have sound really good. It's okay. I think I need more sugar. Oh. That's good enough. Yeah, good luck with scalloped potatoes, man. Is it? How do you make this? Is it like? Do you just like slice the potatoes and like, or do you actually? Is there some kind of secret shaving tool for the scalloped potatoes, or like that to shape the potatoes in a certain way? They bust out, dude, like $5.50? Are you crazy? I mean, dude, I talked to the lady, and the lady at the, I mean, she's like an attendant, you know, or you know, at the store. She's really nice and stuff. But she's telling me the prices. I mean, you know, it's her job. And I said, I'll have to think about it, but you know, you and I both know I'm not thinking about it. I'm thinking like, no, that's like, I don't need $5.50. You know, I don't need a jersey for $5.50. Dude, that's like it's like more than $1,000 for a piece of clothing. You know. They essentially printed gold. You know what I'm saying? I mean, imagine in the beginning of paper money, and they were saying, okay, this piece of paper is worth this much gold. I mean, think about it. Silver certificate, gold certificate, required money, U.S. currency. In the old days, you could trade in a silver certificate for silver. You could trade a gold certificate for gold at one time, you know. Not anymore, of course. Yeah, dude, I'm not. I mean, there's no. I mean, I'm not. I'm kind of over that kind of. I mean, I'll pay $100 for it, you know, but $5.50? Are you out of your mind? You know, and if for $550, I demand quality. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, for $5.50, they better have an insurance plan with that, you know. But I know, you know, they got to get their $800 million back, even though they're only paying like a couple million a year. Well, I know. What's up? Yeah, it's a business. Because the Dodgers got screwed out, I told you, of the parking concession. So, you know, McConnell's trying to make good on with the gondola. Oh my God! Thank you for So that's the crazy thing. The divorce settlement for the former owners was the wife or whatever. They were smart. They sold the Dodgers without the concessions. So they're able to raise money for the Dodgers themselves, the sale, and they had basically, insurance. Basically, they were set for life by retaining the concessions, the parking. So no matter how good or bad the Dodgers were doing over the years, they would see, the thing is, that's contingent on if LA is continues to be a car mecca. So they can see the writing on the wall. If for whatever reason public transit makes a bigger dent, then they're going to lose money because of parking concessions, unless they also have the other concessions. It's a big parking lot, So how do they parlay the parking spaces? I'm wondering if they actually own the parking spaces. So for the future, how are they going to parlay that? San Diego football club? Yeah, all that stuff is meant to matter. Oh yeah, and that was like funny because I also told the lady, because I said, who is it made by? So all that stuff made by Nike. So at least it's good quality. Because I'm not paying that price, and I'm not paying. I just gave her a wink, and she laughed. What is it called? The Fantasmic, whatever that brand is. I said, I'm not getting that, paying that price and getting that quality. I mean, I've been reading about it, all the major league. I think it's a YouTube video talking about how all of the jerseys now for all the major sports has been taken over by that one company. And they make poor quality stuff. It's like ridiculous how poor the quality is for the official jersey. The weird thing is it's a monopoly, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of weird that they're able to get away with it. So you're paying top dollar for some offshore, poor quality thing that's having. Hey, just roaming around. Welcome. Did you try this in Taiwan? It's like a long piece. Usually they soak it in the soybean milk in the morning for breakfast. Long time no see, that's right, man. Yeah. Well, he was up in Taiwan, and he had to go back for his sister. Yeah. hopefully you got to look. I saw you got to the night market. That was the important part. You got to the night market. That's good. I mean, that in itself is one of the highlights. I think the night market. And if you went to Ximending, stuff like that. I mean, those are worth it in itself. Yeah, I don't know if you got the Shifan or Sifan. That would have been good too. I think I haven't gone to Shifan yet, so I've been to Shifan a lot, but so this time I want to go to Shifan. Yeah, I know. That's exactly what I'm saying, George. Dude. Yeah, that's good. You lined up all your ducks in a row. JJ. Yeah, guess what? Another friend, I might go earlier because another friend is, he's going to trip out there. He's from Osaka. He's going to trip out there to Taiwan. So I want to try to line it up. But I might not be all the way in. By December, I'll probably be back already. JJ, which area are you going to be in? New Taipei City, or which area, or which area of town are you going to be in? Or is it going to be in a big city, or it's another other city? Taipei or another city? Me, I usually stay by Da'an. And I've stayed in New Taipei City before also. But usually in my, Da'an's pretty close to the center of the city. What? You're going down to the gorge? Dude, that's crazy. But I guess that's for you. That's about right. It's all the nature's out there. So you're going out to near the national park area, the gorge. Oh, you're not talking. Oh no, that's Taiwan Gorge, not the gorge. Okay, so in Taiwan there's a gorge area. Okay, so I thought. Sorry, you're talking to Gorge, because there's a gorge area in Taiwan that's very famous. Big nature. It's a national park. I was when I saw that, I was like, oh wow, there's a lot of nature there. In Taiwan, the gorge area is toward the south and the east. Really famous hiking, and it's really big, beautiful nature out there, JJ. The gorge area out of Taiwan. It's in the south and the east of the island. Are you staying in Taiwan? I mean, Taipei or no? I mean, where are you going to be? What part of the island do you think? Are you going to stay in the city, or there's so many places that you can stay, and there are a lot of places that are really beautiful. Like I've been over to a lot of places in Taiwan because I tour. Like I've been to Sun Moon Lake is really nice, and that's where the indigenous peoples used to be. They have the gorge. They have they have so many national parks on the south and toward the east. Most developed is on the west. Most cities are on the west coast, which pretty much has its high-speed rail. Okay, got you. But it's probably even Taipei, probably. That's what I'm thinking. I went to Baitu, a little bit north.
You got the nice elephant walk going up toward the. You get a really beautiful vista, either daytime or nighttime, on the elephant walk. Basically, it's a hike going up just north of the city. You also have the cable car or something like that, or gondola up to the zoo and the area up there. So it's a very nice view of. You probably get some nice time lapse. You probably get some nice the night footage. The what do you call it? The whatever, the nightlife, whatever kind of thing. The delay, the long exposure setting up there, just above Taipei City. Just all the Taipei lights. You have Taipei 101. You have so many night markets in Taipei. I think there's like over 20 or more night markets in Taipei itself. You got the nice MTR, or you have that nice metro system. Yeah, it's a pretty extensive metro system to a certain degree over there. A lot of people, though. A lot of people, just so you know. But there are other areas. You can easily get a bus up to the mountains. Shifan is a bus in the city center. I picked it up at around the corner from Ximingding. Ximingding has the red brick building or stuff like that. That area, that you can catch a bus from there up all the way non-stop to the Shifan in the mountains. And Shifan is the area that I went to that was the idea that Ghibli got for the parents that ate all the food in that area. That was Shifan, and then they became pigs. And that was from Spirited Away. So that area Shifan. And it's a mountainside area. It's just really beautiful, both inside and outside. So you have all these shops that line all these. It's a really tourist mecca. But the thing is, it might be dry in Taipei. You drive up, it'll be rainy like crazy. So it's just an island. You know how islands are. You're from an island, so the mountains and the lowlands can be different weather. Yeah, that's true. Travel to Japan, start your business, yeah. That'll be good. You can do local flights, man. It's a local flight. A lot of my friends in Japan like to go to Taiwan. It's really close. And the Taiwanese people have a soft spot, I think, for Taiwan. And Taiwan has a soft spot, majority, for Japan. I mean, even though even though they had my ex-girlfriend told me that the grandparents had to learn Japanese because they were, But by and large nowadays, it's really, good relationship with Japan. Oh, it's good. Yeah, congratulations. Yeah, you'll be better for that too. Life, I think, will be a little bit easier than Japan and Taiwan. It's not. I think they do also have a very, good work ethic, but I think a little bit better work balance, a little bit better. So I think that's a good move. Also, English ability is actually pretty good too in Taiwan. In general, it's very good. Also, the mentality towards the West is actually pretty decent too. I mean, of course, you're going to have the hardliners, and then remember, there's two different parties. for the political parties. One of them is for communist China, and one of them is not. So you got two different political parties that are, in over there in Taiwan. One welcoming the CCP and one not welcoming. So, yeah, that's a crazy thing over there. I mean, it's deep rooted. With the history of Taiwan itself. I've been speaking about that yesterday and the day before. It's only like a very small portion of LA that's affected. I'll say like less than 1%. Because downtown itself, it's only a portion of downtown and now a portion of Chinatown that has a curfew. Dude, it's like the LA area is so big. It's like, okay, you know how the ban is in Shibuya? It's like the ban on alcohol. The nighttime ban for alcohol in Shibuya. That's about the area of the ban, maybe a little bit less than in Shibuya. Remember the Shibuya alcohol ban? No after dark. Same thing. And then if you think about the whole expanse of Tokyo, it's almost it's negligible to a certain degree. I mean, there's a ban in alcohol, right, for after dark in Shibuya Ward. So it's maybe that, maybe less than that, but that's it. So it's by and large unaffected. There's no ban here. Nothing happening in my little sleepy town. The only thing is people are scared, I guess, because we have Chinese here, we have Asians. Some of them are, what are you gonna do? See, this is the whole thing. Like this kind of action. I mean, when I was driving in, I was reminded of a saying or a meme, Chinaman's chance. And you think that came in the 1850s, 1860s. You got a Chinaman's chance, and that's a derogatory statistic to a certain degree. Because Chinaman's chance means, slim and none. You have almost no chance. So, I mean, just looking at all the laws that I think, Japan had a gentleman's agreement about immigration. Then you have the Chinese Exclusion Act, which was the total opposite. So China wasn't held as equals at that time, and probably even now. The derogatory Chinaman's chance. The whole history of the dysphoria of China, anyway. So Chinese Exclusion Act in America was basically anti-Chinese. But the thing is that the way everything was structured for China, they didn't want to live here forever. They just wanted to work here and then go back. You had the Tongs. If you see Kung Fu, the TV series, you get a little history. 1800s and before, things weren't going too good in China. The demise of the dynasty system, the emperors, and basically China's influence overall with the Opium Wars, First and Second Opium War, with all the unequal treaties which Japan was getting. China had already seen them before. With the advent of military might, China didn't see the writing on the wall or couldn't advance as well as Japan. So that's why Japan saw the writing on the wall and decided to modernize as quickly as possible. So they did it rather well. China did it just by throwing money at it. And just throwing money at it didn't work, you know what I'm saying? So and then from one of the most powerful countries in the world at that time, a little bit before, and then are seen as a power, and that's why China has a chip on its shoulder. because of the way it was treated by the West, to a certain degree. I mean, rightly so, but it was fault on their own because they couldn't see the writing on the wall. They just rested on their laurels, rested on their money. But they had to see the writing on the wall. So they decided to hold horse. And then they got the whole populace to bite, to bite on it, on the modernization program. And that's the good thing about Japan, I guess. They can get everyone on board. But China's so big, and you can't possibly get everyone on board, Yeah, but things. LA is LA. And the weird thing, someone else was saying, why are they picking up all the people that are actually working? And then I think George or someone else said that if you go downtown or whatever where it is where they have the curfew, if you just look like a homeless person, you're safe. Because they're not arresting the homeless people. Because you're able to hide. In the homeless population, you're able to hide. If you're a criminal or whatever, you can hide in the homeless population. So, yeah, that's the same thing they realized also in Japan. You could disappear into the homeless population. So that's they're trying to deport all the criminals and then gathering all the collateral. So they're going hardline. I mean, and because the news has also been car wash workers, field laborers, garment industry, because they went in the garment district the other time. I think cooks. Dude, it's been crazy, Home Depot, for all the people that are working on, they're looking for day labor. I don't think not even one homeless person has been picked up. I mean, no one even mentions that, But I think, as my dad pointed out when I was younger, just have homeless people come in or people down in luck, you give them food. It made me realize this. I think he kind of sat me down one time when I was younger. He says, being in business for a while, because he had a couple businesses, some of them went belly up, and he said that it's a very slim line between you and them and us. One day we can end up on the street, it's not that far. Now, thinking about it as an adult, you can lose your mortgage, you could fail in a business, you could bet everything on a business and keep it on, and then you'll be out on the street, Well, yeah, it's for viewership. Come on, anything, entertainment. A lot of the news organizations are no longer news per se, but entertainment. Like some of them don't even mask that anymore. The thing is, just like in the old days, newspapers, they get their money from advertisers, from publication, from the circulation. In the old days, like magazines and newspapers, you're able to charge advertisers just make your basic money. Just by selling newspapers is not their main business. Selling newspapers is to increase their circulation, to just maybe defray the cost of shipping or whatever it might be, or logistics. But their main business was advertising, and that's always the way it's been. Whether it's been magazines, newspapers, even TV, radio, same thing. Advertisers is their main. So in order to have it's your market share or your circulation or how many ears, that determines your rate for advertisers. Whether it's Playboy, TV Guide, Sports Illustrated, it's your advertisers that are actually your main money is coming from advertisers. But the thing is, that's the way that the jingoism, the jingoism, and the president is forced by his constituency, because that's the promises he made. Because they made some jingoisms that are easy. It's always easy to point at somebody. Just like Mr. Hitler was pointing at the Jews, the Taiwanese, like maybe the South Korea, or they're pointing at somebody. Sometimes China does or Vietnam, they point at the Japanese, and then all of a sudden, the population goes and trash Japanese businesses or factories or stores, or don't shop at them. So it's easy to point, because what you're doing is you're detracting from yourself or what your government is doing or not doing. So you're placing that burden of satisfaction on an exterior force instead of actual solving any problem. Yeah. But the thing is, what can you do about it? That's the other thing. What can we do about it? Yeah. So I don't know. That's a political thing. I don't want to touch it too much, especially online. Especially on YouTube. Don't want to touch it. That's part of the terms of service. Let's just say that. We could discuss that until we're blue in the face. But yeah, so the biggest thing is respect, I think, and that's the thing is there's respect and there's perceived respect, or any kind of what's happening, and then perceived. Whose perception? Whose reality? If someone tells you, or someone's news channel or news outlet tells you something so much that you start to believe that, even though it's not so. So you know what I'm saying. So all the news outlets all across the world, LA's on fire. LA's not on fire. There's a car or two on fire, and this happened 15, 20 years ago. On the news, I saw some cars on fire in Paris. So my friend is up in Europe. She's traveling down to Paris for the weekend from her school in Switzerland, and because I guess Europe is so close together, you can drive all over the place. So she had her VW Beetle at that time, and so she drove everywhere, stuff like that. So I said, hey, be careful in Paris, man. There's cars burning in the street. And then she asked me, in Paris, there's always a car burning in the street. So it's it's the normal. But for us in America, or us watching TV, we see this skewed on the box. There's cars burning on the street. It's dangerous. She says, car burning in the street in Paris, it's another day. Yeah, I know, but that's probably not going to happen. Now you see what's happening? J.D. Vance asked Musk to make up with the president, and they've already made up, I guess. Our ribs are messy, but they're really good. Oh man, it's pretty good. Good breakfast. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of nature. I guess you're used to nature coming from. Yeah, I guess you're gonna be. Yeah, it's so in Taiwan. The city's there, but nature is so accessible for you. You could be like in a total JJ. You're gonna in the middle of nature, just like that. There's so many diverse places that you're gonna be in Taiwan. Sun Moon Lake. Check out Sun Moon Lake. It's just so good. In the evening-ish, in the morning, he got some really good pictures, like a purplish kind of hue at sunset and stuff like that for Sun Moon Lake. And then you also have the indigenous population that's up there too, over in Sun Moon Lake. The history of Taiwan is just craziness, just like up in your isles. Yeah, Kurt Russell, I know. Escape from LA. Snake. Escape from New York, and then Escape from LA. That was number 2. And then remember they had the surfers. That was the thing I was waiting for in that movie. When I saw the previews of in the movie when it was coming out, they had the people surfing. That was the cool part. That's what I wanted to see in the movie because when I saw it in the previews. That was crazy. They were surfing from the rivers, or the concrete, whatever. There were some good parts in Escape from LA. I think was LA similar to New York, and they were both penal colonies. I think wasn't that the whole? I think New York was the president was there, or there was also the president was in LA again too. I can't remember. But yeah, but the setup. Night of the Broken Glass. I know. I don't know about Night of the Tall Knives. Is that similar to that Tall Knives, the Broken Glass, or is that the other one? There's a couple of different movements in just before the brown shirts. Yeah. Basically, what they were trying to do was to muffle dissent. So, yeah. Not the happiest, let's just say that. Yeah. Yeah. It is the responsibility of the top generals, maybe, to rein in, because that's kind of scary. If there might be a coup, talking about. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but there's a possibility. If something gets so bad that they might have a coup from the government, from the generals, to wrest control from a kind of a strong man. Yeah, that's exactly right, JJ. I need to escape this kind of craziness. I need to get out. Because once I'm in Asia, it becomes a silent din. It doesn't affect me as much. And I think for the people that have been in Asia for tens of years or more, a lot of that is more silenced. It's nuanced. It's muted. You know what I'm saying? So unless you make it part of your life, it becomes less a part of your life. You know what I'm saying? I think, and that's why over the years, I think when I was growing up in elementary school, K to 6th grade, there were only 2 radio stations I listened to, kind of, over the years. Number 1 was a classical music radio station, listening to a lot of classical music. This was when I was a kid. And then another one was KNX, CBS News Radio. So I was looking at those 2 kinds of things over my childhood. The news, classical music. So that is, so I think by the time I got to college, I just stopped. I mean, after a while, I just stopped listening to news. It was just so bad, just bad news all the time, So, yeah, it's just another day. I mean, if there's a group called Cecilio and Capono from the Hawaiian kind of, it's a Hawaiian group, Cecilio and Capono, and then I think one of them is bad. One of their songs called Bad News. The bad news every day. It's just another day to get some bad news. I mean, so in essence, I just stopped. Just turned off the news, basically. I didn't listen to news anymore. I mean, even now, I don't directly listen to a lot of news. I do see it now on YouTube. But I've been for the last, 5 or 10 years, I've just been consuming my news with NHK English, So that's just mine. And that muffles, because you get a more international perspective, and it's a more outside look. So yeah, I just stopped listening to, because number 1, news in the United States is more entertainment now. So again, they're just, like I said before, I think everywhere to a certain degree, they're looking for viewers, looking for ears, because in order to stay afloat. And then, yeah, you know the history of news out here in the West. But sometimes, even the government, NHK is the arm of the government. KCT is what's called public broadcasting. But recently, in the last 5-10 years, they found out that the government kind of controls some of these news outlets to a certain degree, or affect it, or what. But the thing is, even if it's private, same thing happened during World War II, other wars. The government did have the cooperation of some of the news channels. They didn't broadcast certain things, otherwise the Germans or whoever, the enemy would know, stuff like that. So yeah, there's always been cooperation, by and large, for anything, for them to even stay in business or stay afloat. That's just normal to a certain degree. Yeah. Oh man, okay. I think I'm done. That was pretty good today. Oh yeah, today it's just after 12 o'clock right now. I'm gonna head out for a walk in a community today. It's a community I haven't gone for a while, so we're gonna trip out. It's gonna be good weather. It's gonna be 80 degrees today, so I gotta dress. I have my warm-ups on. It was a little colder this morning, so we'll probably walk around up there. And then tonight I'm gonna go badminton. So yeah, that was some kind of crazy stuff, because I texted the badminton guy, the organizer for our group, and he's like, "What? Who told you that?" So so he invited me back to the group. So that was some kind of drama, I guess, on Monday. Because another guy this morning texted me, and then he called me actually, and he said, "Hey, you coming tonight?" Because he needed people, but I said, I texted last night. I texted the other guy, So I had almost joined another group, kind of, because they welcomed me also. But yeah, you know, for badminton, so it's badminton trauma. So I had to tell them, you know, yeah, I'm with the other guy. I talked to him. So he said he's glad. The other guy this morning said he's glad that I didn't get kicked out completely out of the other group. So that was kind of good. So the other thing is I got to figure out is when I'm in Japan, badminton. So I need to, you know, exercise, you know, get some cardiovascular. So now I'm getting a little better now. I mean, because Monday I was really working my butt up. But it was good. It was good games. It was hard games. That was like pounding, baby. So it was good. I had a really good time on Monday. That was Monday. The nearest Costco, that's right. I got my gas the other day, so I don't have to worry about Costco today. But I picked up some strawberries. I gotta either eat them today or start to put them into the freezer. I bought some romaine lettuce, so I used some 1.5 stalks of the romaine because it's like 7 packs. So I gotta maybe start to store that stuff and eat it. The salad. If I have salad tonight. The mushrooms, I've already cut them, cleaned them and cut them up. Oh wow, this lady, I see this lady. She's eating a candied octopus. Oh, that's Nishiki. I recognize the multicolored roof of the Shotengai. That's this lady on TV, I guess in Taiwan or Hong Kong. Oh, they're showing all the stuff. Let me show you real quick.
See the roof? That's the Nishiki market in Kyoto. So they're eating all the stuff. There's like the taiyaki. There's a red bean taiyaki. See the roof right there on top? That's Nishiki market in Kyoto with all the food. So before the lady was eating a candied octopus. Oh, that's already gone now. She bitter is like, it's too hard. Can't. There's the omelet, the Japanese omelet. See, they got some of the like the soy sauce or they got all the skewers. So this lady, I guess on TV, is looking at all the food. Oh, look at that! Got a skewer, like maybe the fried fish. I don't know. Well, that's fish. Oh, I think that's unagi. That's eel. 2 thumbs up. Oh, the green tea, I went there too. They have the green tea ice cream there too. See, remember I ate the green tea ice cream? That's the place. The green tea, they have different grades of the green tea ice cream. So I had the cone of green tea ice cream. Yeah, same thing, right? That's the same counter. I think she got the more green. I didn't want the more green tea, the matcha. But that's in the Nishiki market. Remember, I was. It's kind of hard to stream in there too. Just the connection's really bad. Like a food adventure. Anyway, that's Nishiki Market. Remember last year? We were there. So, yeah, trying all different food in Nishiki Market. It says day 10. But yeah. Okay, so I'm going to stay in about an hour and a half or so. I'll probably be doing my walk. It'll be a moderate walk. I think yesterday was like just over 3 hours. So I'm shooting for maybe 4 hours at least today. We'll see. And then I gotta get over to badminton. I gotta do that. So we'll have some fun today. We'll have a little walk. No rice, dude. I can't carry that rice. That's walking around, dude. Plus, I don't eat rice. I mean, that much. I mean, rice porridge and just rice rolls. That's all. That's it. I don't really eat rice as much anymore. I mean, it's just. Remember, carbs is the devil, right?
Would be nice. I used to get rice all the time. I have a rice. I put my rice cooker away. You know that? My rice cooker is put away. I mean, it's underneath the table, unplugged in. I hardly make it. I used to make rice all the time. You know, at least maybe once a week I used to make rice, or more than once a week I used to make rice. I used to make it, and what I would do is I'd mix the mix into it to make it sushi rice. And what I do is I put it on these Pyrex and then surround them and put them in the refrigerator. And every day if I come home or for lunch, I put that sushi rice into like maybe make a what do you call it, onigiri, whatever, stuff like that. So I you know, or bring it to work, you know. So I love eating sushi rice. Yeah, we've seen that. I mean, yeah, we already know that. Vic, thanks, George. Oh yeah. Hey, Vic. This, please. Well, the thing is this. I think if you know anything about Asia, actually, only the rich people, not even the rich people, ate rice. Rice was basically used as a well, in Japan it was used as koku. It was used as a denomination of money, or representation of money. Actual peasants, or actually regular people, even some of the nobles that were being austere, would eat a deprivated type of rice. It wasn't rice, it was like rice gruel. Something similar to this, or even worse. It was a lower grade of, so basically, not a lot of people ate rice actually to a certain degree. It was just too expensive to eat. The normal people, normal everyday, it was kind of a gruel, a deprivated kind of rice. It wasn't actually rice. And it was mostly watered down gruel. So the normal folk, I think peasantry everywhere in the world didn't eat a lot of, you know, meager portions. I think in the modern world, we're kind of used to eating actual foods. But I think in the medieval and other time, our ancestors didn't have our experiences with food. It's like food porn, you know, talking about that we're able to freely eat a lot of these foods and take it for granted. I think they didn't have a lot of stuff. I mean, just the advent of maize and tortillas and things like that. Meat, well, I don't think meat was a regular source, you know, until the hunting part, you know, and being able to actually cook, you know, not die from bacteria or whatever it might have been from, you know. So I think in Japan and Asia, I think meat wasn't as big as we think it was, I think. Or it wasn't served the way that we modernly do. I'm just one, I don't know, but I'm just saying that from my representation, seeing it, it depended on where you were. So the actual eating of rice, you know, you wonder, you know, how much or what culture was actually doing it. And it's also dependent on your station in life. If you weren't the nobility or if you weren't the royalty, you probably weren't eating rice. And if you were austere, even as rich, you weren't eating rice also. So I've been, you know, listening to some podcasts and also reading some things that in Japan especially, rice consumption, you can't take it for granted. I think it's only a recent thing, rice and things like that. So we're having the disposable income to accommodate rice, you know. So yeah, you know, more than 100 years ago, maybe they weren't eating rice or eating the portions or in the way that we do today. So yeah, you know, I think we take it for granted what we eat today to be the norm or how it's always been, but it hasn't always been that way. Dietary patterns, things like that. And then with these dietary patterns come the risks. Breakfast was so delicious. Yeah, sure. I'm glad. Yeah, so just saying, you know, I'm saying that But looking at the Amish people, or what we think of the Amish people, or the Nordic, things like that, they're very big breakfasts and things like that. So you wonder, like what kind of dishes. You also see where the cultures have come. Like, what do you have? What's for dinner? What's for breakfast? What's for lunch? What's typical? Do you have a siesta? I mean, that was what shocked my friends when they lived in China. They were doing factory workers, and then they're at the factory at their lunchtime, and everyone left their stations, and they went to sleep for a couple hours, after they had lunch. And I was like, the Americans and my friends were there, like, what the heck's going on? In China, they had a siesta, you know what I'm saying? And that was every day. So that was pretty crazy. So, I mean, that was foreign to us. I mean, except for maybe I was in elementary, like kindergarten, first, second grade. After lunch, we came back, we took the mats out, and we slept. So, but these are factory workers, man, and they had a siesta for a couple hours, That was pretty nice. Anyway, they're getting pretty busy. Let's skedaddle. Okay, guys, maybe about an hour and a half or so, we're gonna reconvene, and we'll up in a little mountain area, a mountain in a town, not in the mountains though, but close. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Yeah, good on you, Sock Empire. I'll see you, JJ. We'll go around the horses. All right, guys, thanks for coming by. I'll see you later. Wrap up this breakfast. I'll get out of here. Take care, guys. Bye-bye. Thanks, George, for watching.